What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for a brand new WizKids HeroClix unboxing series. This time for Marvel's Black Panther and the Illuminati. Dun dun dun. Let's see, we can take a look at the outside of this brick, but before we do that, I just want to duck out of the way and take a look at the image behind me back there. You see Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Namor, Black Bolt, and somebody on the far left there, looks like he's got a 4 on his chest. I don't know, that's the expanded image of what is on here, and that is Fantastic Four's very own Mr. Fantastic. So could this be the return? Who knows? But the rest of the guys we see on the outside of the box, Black Panther and the Illuminati, which is interesting that they did Black Panther and the Illuminati because he was so resistant to being a part of Marvel's Illuminati pretty much for the entirety of their existence in the old guard. Let's see, we've got some Black Panther figures on the outside there. It looks like we've got a Midnight Angel there. It looks like we've got some Dora Milaje. Maybe it's a Okoye. We've got Black Panther. Uh-oh, we've got equipables here, folks. We've got items there. It looks like a Cosmic Cube. We've got an Infinity Gauntlet. We've got one of the gems. On the other side, we've got the good old Avengers. Looks like Thor. Looks like Yelena Belova, Black Widow, maybe, and Hulk. And on the bottom, we've got the Elders of the Universe. Now, the last Marvel HeroClix set could have had a lot of these elders in it. I'm glad to see them making their way into this set. You know, we've got the Gardener, we've got Champion, and we've got the Collector there. So sure to be some crazy figures in this particular set. I'm very excited. We also have the Fast Force here. And we'll take a closer look at these guys. But I'm looking at the outside of it, and I see White Tiger there as well. Good old Casper Cole. So it looks like we've got some street-level figures. We've got some Earthbound figures. We've got some cosmic figures. This thing's running the whole gambit as far as what could be in this set. So without further ado, let's crack this baby open. You guys know me. I always like to open my bricks from the back right side. But this time, I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I think I'm going to start on the opposite side and see what we get. Because a lot of times we get really dope stuff on the last day, too. So, big believer in the corners. Let's take out a couple of these boosters here. Now, the pre-release for this set starts on May the 22nd. The set actually drops a couple weeks later in June. So, get a hold of your local comic book store or brick-and-mortar gaming store and find out when they're holding their pre-release so you can get your hands on these guys as quickly as possible. We didn't look at the back of the box here. It looks like we have, now as of late, we've been doing chase figures on the back of the boxes, right? So Captain America with a full Infinity Gauntlet. Looks like we've got Iron Man, either with the gauntlet or using a stone. You know, WizKids really capitalizing on the Marvel movies that came out last year with this particular set. All right, let's see what we get. Let's get cracking. Now, of course, with the Illuminati, you've got Doctor Strange, you've got Namor, you've got Black Bolt, really the leaders of a lot of the different superhero teams in the Marvel Universe getting together and kind of trying to force the destiny of Earth and its inhabitants for a long time. And that also spawned a villain group called the Cabal. You've got Doctor Doom, you've got Enchantress, you've got Maximus, you've got just a slew of characters, Loki. So we should be seeing some bad guys in this set as well. And right away, let's see who we've got. All right, it looks... Oh, maybe they're going new Illuminati. All right, let's see. We've got Titania, we've got White Tiger, we've got Captain Marvel, and we've got Ant-Man. But that is the irredeemable Ant-Man there, who eventually became Black Ant. He was a member of the new Illuminati. We got Titania there. She has held the Power Gem, so maybe we're going to be seeing characters who have held Infinity Stones as well. And then right in the middle, you got Captain Marvel. All right. Let's pop these guys out here and start looking at them individually and see what we have. All right. Yeah, right away I'm seeing a good mix of heroes and villains. This is actually a Masters of Evil Captain Marvel. Very cool. And you know what? Let's start at street level. Let's start with Casper Cole. Let's start with the White Tiger. Take a look at him there. He's 50 points. He's got the police department team ability. He's got a range of 6 with 2 lightning bolts there. He looks great. Now, White Tiger started out as Black Panther. He kind of stole a suit and was acting as though he was the Black Panther. He was in a war, like a turf war with a gang, 66 something. I cannot remember exactly their name, but for a while he was faking like he was the actual Black Panther. And then he met T'Challa. He ended up, recruiting him to become an agent of Wakanda, and that's how he got the White Tiger suit. I think he's one of 3 people to ever be White Tiger. Yeah, he was in a book called The Crew, too, with War Machine and Josiah X. Very, very cool book. Let's take a look at what he has here on his card. As you can see, he's got Wakanda, Detective, Police, and Warrior keywords. He's got one special power. It's movement. Looks like the only way out is through them. Running shot and stealth. You can take a look at his powers there on the back. And there you have it. Quick and easy, White Tiger. He's a really cool character, and he's come back into play a little bit more later, but in the early 2000s, he was a pretty big deal. Let's move on to this Captain Marvel, member of the Dark Avengers. She comes in at 100. She's got the Masters of Evil, team ability, range of 6, 1 target. Her keywords are Dark Avengers, Masters of Evil, Thunderbolt, Celebrity, and Scientist. She's got a trait, Justice like Lightning, which is the Thunderbolt's shared trait. When Captain Marvel damages one or more opposing character with an attack after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 5 to 6, remove an action token from a friendly character with the Thunderbolt's keyword within 4 squares. She also has Intangible Form, phasing, teleports, and sidestep. When Captain Marvel makes a close attack, walls don't prevent adjacency to her target. What? Ugh, that's going to be disgusting. Special defense power, bonded to the stone, super senses, and willpower. Take a look at her power there on the back. 100 points. We're already getting some pretty well-costed characters. As of late, we've been seeing a lot of low-costed figures, and it's nice to see some higher value characters and figures here. So there we go. That's Captain Marvel. We know a lot of these characters already, so these videos might go a little bit faster because we know who Black Panther are, we know who Doctor Strange is, we know who a lot of the characters are in this particular set. Let's start with my Titania next. Black Panther and the Illuminati, it shows the Infinity Gauntlet. You know that a lot of people are dealing with all of these powered stones and everything like that, so I was guessing that we might see some characters like Titania, who's right here with the Masters of Evil team ability. She comes in at 95 or 70 points. And sure enough, if we take a look at her card, she has a special trait called Bearer of the Power Gem. Titania starts the game with a Power Gem equipped for only 5 points. Now, I don't know how much it's going to cost these stones to actually be equipped normally, but it seems like that's a discount of some sort. She also has a trait, Rule as the World Burns. When opposing character rolls for leadership and the result is 1 or 2, remove an action token from Titania. She has a special movement power. I'll show you smiling more, flurry, and plasticity. She has the Femizons, Illuminati, Masters of Evil, and Brute keywords. So they definitely are playing into the Hood's Illuminati, which is the newer version of the Illuminati, as well as the old one full of heroes. Pretty solid dial on the back. Like I said, comes in at 95 or 70 points. So again, a higher pointed character. This is going to be a pretty beefy set from what I can tell. All right, let's move on to Ant-Man. This Ant-Man, oh wait, it's not Black Ant. It is Scott Lang, it says. I was thinking it was going to be the new one, the irredeemable Ant-Man that Robert Kirkman wrote for a little while, but no, it doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be Scott, so that's good. We've got a heroic Ant-Man here. Let's take a look at his figure. Hard to tell. He's 30 points. pretty low costed. He's got the Avengers team ability. As far as his keywords, he's got Avengers, he's got Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's got Spy. I had to, they have my daughter. Shape change. Once perforce when Ant-Man is KO'd, do not remove him from the game. Instead, after resolutions, place him in the square he last occupied on his starting click. He is now friendly to your opponent's force, playing the traitor card here. We've seen this a lot recently. Let's see if his dial is worth it to risk giving Ant-Man to your opponent. He's also got another special damage power here. If you hold on to this disc, free, choose an adjacent friendly standard character to gain Tiny until your next turn. I know Tiny is not the name of that, but that's what I like to call it, so sue me. Pretty good dial, actually, for his 30 points. But again, he has another one of those traitor-style traits where if your opponent KOs him, they get to use him at full dial value for their own team after that. It's a little bit scary to me. The last one out of this group is actually something really cool. Wakanda Forever was a 3-issue little jump, and it really focused on a few of Black Panther's Dora Milaje, and specifically the Midnight Angels. This armor is really, really cool. It has no vibranium in it. I think Dr. Doom steals all of Wakanda's vibranium. Black Panther has some of his top Dora Milaje form like a special ops group, and they wear this armor, and they go to try and get all of the vibranium back. Got a range of 4, 30 points is how they ring in. And I'm hoping we see actually a lot of those characters, Dora Milaje. I hope we don't just see generic Dora Milaje, maybe Okoye or Ayo or Nika. Hopefully they show up in this set. Let's see, they've got a trait, Wakanda Forever. When Dora Milaje Midnight Angel is KO'd immediately after resolutions, heal a friendly character 1 click. If that friendly character has the Wakanda keyword, also modify their attack and damage by +1 until the end of your next turn. Wakandan Strike Team, unique modifier. Dora Milaje Midnight Angel and adjacent friendly characters modify attack by +1 if they are closer to an opponent's starting area than their own. Man, that's a heck of a strike force. They ring in at 30 points. Have some willpower, have some stealth, have that special attack boost if they're on the other side of the map. This is just a generic, remember, so hopefully we do get some named Dora Milaje and they'll have some powers. But I like this Wakanda Forever power, and I wonder if it's going to play throughout all of the Wakandan allies within this set. We shall see. Okay, second booster. Pretty good first booster, pretty good. Got some heroes, got some villains, some Thunderbolts, some Illuminati, of the Hood's Illuminati. So I'm really excited about that. We should be seeing Cabal for the original Illuminati with Namor and Professor X and Reed Richards and Iron Man. And then we should also be seeing this modern day Illuminati, which is full of villains that the Hood has put together to try and regain the Infinity Gauntlet. All right, second pack. Oh, we got a super rare on the opposite side, and it's a puppy. Look at that lockjaw. That is awesome. That sculpt is amazing. Oh, we've got Black Panther himself. We've got Yellow Jacket. We've got another Black Panther, and I actually think that is Casper. You can tell with that trench coat he's got on. And then you've got Elektra there on the end. I didn't expect to see Elektra. That's a pleasant surprise. Some street-level characters. We're going to be seeing a lot of that, I guess, in this set. Yellow Jacket in the middle here, so we've got a little Hank Pym action. So we've got Ant-Man and we've got Yellow Jacket, so we're getting some of Hank Pym's corner of the universe as well, which is really, really exciting to me. I think we will start with the Black Panther version of Casper Cole. Take a look at him there. He rings in at 45 points, whereas White Tiger rang in at 50. He's got the PD ability, he's got 6 range, he's got 1 target. We'll go ahead and take a look at his card here in just a moment. And I got to go back and read that book, The Crew. It was kind of short-lived. I think there was only a couple of arcs of it, but I remember it just being, it was Rhodey and Josiah X. I remember it just being really interesting characters that they put together in a really cool group. And it had that kind of Marvel Knights feel that I miss sometimes. When you read these huge galactic stories, sometimes you just miss reading the street level, more real, more affecting stories. And Casper Cole was definitely a part of that. Casper is his nickname. Kevin is his real name. He's got the Wakanda and police keywords. He's got a trait, equipable. It looks like it's an equipable there. Granted the mantle of White Tiger. When Black Panther would be KO'd, you may instead replace him. Oh, yeah, it's a little switch click action. With 26 White Tiger on click number 5. If you do after resolutions, roll a d6 and heal that White Tiger equal to half of the result. Wow, you get all that for just 5 points. That is awesome. It's the back of his dial. Some stealthy, perplex with willpower on the front end of the dial. Some improved movement there as well. He's ignoring hindering and elevated terrain, so he can get himself around the board with that willpower. And I said there was a difference in point cost between White Tiger and Black Panther, and it is 5 points. But if you use the Black Panther, you can pay the extra 5 and have that shot at getting White Tiger healed up. So, man, I would never play him at just 45. I would always take the chance to give him the mantle of the White Tiger. Very cool. All right, moving on. Let's see. Where are we going to go next? Let's go with the other Black Panther. Why not? I mean, he is the title character of the set. He's got a question mark as his team ability there. He comes in at 95 points. Looks great. Looks really great. No range, of course. He shouldn't. Let's take a look at his card. 29A. So we're going to get a Black Panther Prime here somehow. He's got Avengers, Illuminati, Wakanda, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Bearer of the Gauntlet. Black Panther starts the game with any one Infinity Gem equipped. If you paid 15 points, he may instead start with any one Infinity Gauntlet equipped. So yeah, definitely a discount on equipping some of these items that are going to be coming into the game, or equipment that's going to be coming into the game. He's got a trait, Wakanda Forever. When Black Panther is KO'd, immediately after resolutions, heal a friendly character 1 click. If that friendly character has the Wakanda keyword, also modify their attack and damage by +1 until the end of your next turn. So that is going to play nice with all of the Wakanda figures that we have in this set. Also has a special attack power, Absorbed Kinetic Energy, Quake as free, but only if Black Panther was hit since your last turn. So since he can equip the Infinity Gauntlet, I was thinking that maybe the Prime would actually be Black Panther with the Infinity Gauntlet, but this one can equip it, so I don't know what that Prime's going to be. Hit me up in the comment sections if you have any guesses as to what you think Black Panther's Prime could actually be. I'm very interested to see what that one's going to be. All right, move on. Let's do Yellow Jacket next. A little Hank Pym action. Comes in at 55 points, 5 range, 2 targets. Yellow Jacket looking good as always. Hank Pym is an incredibly interesting character. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. So many events are really affected by Hank Pym, but he's kind of still so unheralded. Like, I wish he had a bigger role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or a bigger role in some of these comics that we've had over time, but he's kind of been a forgotten man who has done so much in the comics. So I'm really a fan of his and always pulling for him to be a lot more involved. Let's see, he's got Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, Initiative, and Scientist keywords. He's got a special defense power. Let's look at this problem from a different angle. Has willpower and the tiny size symbol. Also has a special damage power. Scientific leader. Leadership, free. Choose one, Outwit or Perplex. Yellow Jacket can use that chosen power until your next turn. So nothing crazy special about him. 55 points, good figure. Got some charge and super strength to start. Some MCAP after that. Some versatility as far as his size goes. He doesn't have the giant symbol or the tiny symbol printed on his dial. So he's not utilizing his ability to grow big. He's just kind of being that tiny little Yellow Jacket that we all know and love. But Elektra will be next. Take a look at her figure here. It's a pretty stock standard Elektra. She's 75 points though. So let's see if her card actually makes that dial worth it. Let's see, we've got Hydra, the Hand, Assassins, Martial Artist, keywords. She's got shifting focus. Electra lives again. If Electra began your turn on the map, replace her with another character with this trait. Electra Assassin gives her stealth. When Electra KOs an opposing character after resolutions, you may roll a d6. Heal Electra equal to half the result. Yeesh. Woo. Pretty nasty dial there. She definitely, I think, is going to be worth the 75 points. And you can see there that comic that was featured on the back, the Contest of Champions. Maybe that's how she ended up showing up in here. I don't know. Electra is a random character for me, but hey, I know there are a ton of Electra fans out there, so somebody's going to be happy. Last but not least, we have our first super rare, and this sculpt is amazing. Look at this Lockjaw, man. He is incredible. Super excited to have him in the set. Here's the thing, man. This is like at your work desk material sculpt right here. You just take it in, you put it on your computer, put it next to your picture frames of your family, and just have it on your desk. That's how good this sculpt is. People are going to want to know, oh, and I didn't notice. Look at all the infinity gems on his collar there. That is awesome. We're going to get an Uber pup here. Let's see what he can do. He's got the Inhumans, Pet Avengers, and Animal keywords. He's got a trait called Dimensional Passage, Phasing Teleport. He can carry 4 passengers and may carry characters with the flight symbol. When Lockjaw carries 1 or more characters and they don't all share a keyword with Lockjaw, after resolutions, deal him 1 unavoidable damage. We'll have to see how deep his dial is to see how long you can do that. Special attack power, he won't let go. Incapacitate at the end of your turn. If Lockjaw wasn't moved or placed this turn, he can use Incapacitate at no cost. Special defense power, and you can see he's got Indomitable there as well. Stop click. When this click is revealed after resolutions, an opponent must place Lockjaw at least 5 squares away from his current square. When they do, you may place adjacent to Lockjaw all friendly characters that were adjacent to him before being placed. So if he gets hit, he whimpers a little bit, teleports out of there, and he takes all of his buddies with him. That's a heck of a yo-yo effect. Look at that dial. Look at the movement on that, all the plasticity. He's doing 3 damage, which is something that Lockjaw doesn't, and it's all for 40 points. That is insane. That is an insane dial for 40 points. This little puppy is going to be very, very important, I think, in the new meta. You remember Nightcrawler's ability to go grab characters, bring them back. Well, imagine being able to taxi everybody in, everybody do their thing, and then pull everybody right back out with that Indomitable, being able to carry 4 passengers regardless of movement symbol. He can carry characters with the flight symbol. This guy is going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to play him. Well, there we go. That's the end of day 1. As we go through this week, we'll go ahead and maybe look at some of the dice and some of the tokens, take a look at the fast forces possibly, and the rest of this brick. I'm once again Scott Porter, coming to you from Hyper RPG Studios in Studio City, California. They have an awesome channel on Twitch, also on YouTube, and they have some incredible HeroClix content. Go check it out. It's called Indomitable, and it's all archived on their YouTube. Thank you to WizKids for sending me this. Thank you guys for watching and continuing to stay with me on this. I hope you guys are enjoying this set. Tell me how you feel about it in the comments below. Once again, the pre-release is May the 22nd. The set releases in early June, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.